Hey everyone, this is J.K. Whiter from the Baseball Rebellion, here to give you another online showcase video. And in this video, I wanted to highlight a player of mine that I've worked with through video work and in person a lot. He kind of comes from kind of a little bit far away, so we do some video work. We also do in-person lessons as well. But this is a great job. I'll go ahead and play it through you one time. Now it is in slow motion, so you're going to see it go through slow-mo here, but I don't know if you can tell already, but what happens here is phenomenal. And I was just on the Patrick Jones podcast, and he talked about hitting off-speed pitches. And this is something that this player right here, we don't spend a ton of time on it just because we don't need to. He reacts beautifully to this off-speed pitch. You can see it come out of the hand, pretty loopy here. And then he kind of does the necessary adjustments and smashes a single into right field like all the coaches want you to do with two strikes there. Now the first rule is don't get to two strikes, hit fastball mistakes early, which is always the mindset first. But I just want to show you how good of a job can be done when you move athletically. So he didn't choke up, he didn't take his leg kick out. You can still obviously see it, and he's able to be athletic and adjustable because of that. That's one of the worst mistakes that we see guys do, and girls in softball, is I'm going to just take away my athleticism to put it in play. And so like the best you get is some weak ball in play. He still hits this on a pretty good rope over the first baseman's head. So he recognizes pitch, he's going through his move forward, and then you can see him kind of draw out his stride just a little bit further here, lands, right, and this ball is out there still. Like this ball is still, the pitcher did what he wanted him to do. He got him out there early, right? But notice the positioning, right? So notice the head position still very much over the backside. So he's maintained his head position, all right? What else has he got? He's maintained his pullback with his back elbow and back shoulder behind him. So he hasn't lost his stretch. That's the key. Like you got to move athletically and not lose your stretch once you've recognized that pitch. And he kind of rides that front. Watch him just into that front leg, ride it, still keeping his hands back, keeping that shoulder back, head back, everything. Look at this. It's just such a good job. I mean, he couldn't do it any better. He's got this nice bend here still, so he's not where most players get, where they get forward and they're kind of leaning this direction towards the pitcher. That's what a pitcher wants. He rides it, and then at the right time, he just springs open his hips. You can see his head position behind the ball, getting the barrel still turning down behind him. So the swing is still an A swing. He just has to adjust for some time. And so, yeah, he loses a little bit of power here, but that's a necessary sacrifice for the extra time to still let that curveball, and this is, again, all speed, so changeup, knuckleball, slider, whatever the pitch may be, allows it to get to him here, and then just puts an unbelievable swing. You can actually see it's outside. This is a great pitch. That pitcher's got to be super frustrated after this because he, for all intents and purposes, had him, right? He had him early. He had him, threw it on the outside part of the plate, it looks like. You can see the catcher kind of reaching over there, or probably set up over there as well a little bit, and he just lets that ball travel. Look how deep behind his body he makes contact with his ball and gets it in the right field. Now, again, he sacrifices some power. He doesn't quite turn quite as far as we'd like on a normal fastball, but the adjustability in this swing is off the charts. You don't see, I mean, there's some big leaguers that you don't see do it this well. And not to say that this kid isn't making some mistakes, and he makes plenty of mistakes, and we work on those. But I just wanted to show you guys an example of how it works. And if you move athletically, dynamically, with the right moves, right head positions, you work on maintaining your position. Look at him just kind of ride that front knee out here, and then lets the ball travel, hits it the other way, gets as much as he can into it, gets a single here, where most kids are, butt out, hands out, flailing at it, hoping to bloop one in. He sends a nice little shot, and if he hits the gap here, it's probably a double. So I wanted to highlight that for you guys today in this week's online showcase through the baseball system, rebellion system, and the movements and the progression that we teach. This gets built in automatically through our drills, through our movement techniques that your player can learn starting day one without even going over it. They're going to learn how to do it, like I mentioned in the podcast the other day. If you haven't checked that out, you should go listen. It's a good one. But this is just a great job by him, an unbelievable example of how when you use your body athletically, not only will you hit your best hits, or your best hits are possible, and you can hit it harder and further more often, but you can adjust and be athletic and hit any pitch that pitcher decides to throw you in any count. So great job by him. Thank you guys so much, and looking forward to next week's video.